Yo, what is up, people? This is Zero. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, but I'm gonna go ahead and give my thoughts real quick on the topic of groups and sectors. Second, yeah. So when I start, and I know it's probably late night, so ain't nobody gonna be uh up too late. So if I probably bed or other people live streams, it don't matter. I'll say my piece, and then I guess people interact or not, it don't matter to me. But I'm gonna speak on it. So as far as these groups and sectors that they got going on here, YouTube. Hey, no nonsense. How you doing? When I say a lot of these groups and sectors around here, it like even the ones that seem like they're real positive, whatnot. I always end up seeing some form of beefing or whatever. Like there's always these some group of people that make these groups or sectors very toxic. I'm doing well. No nonsense, just chilling right now. How about you? Yeah, they always seem to make whatever it is toxic, or certain groups are created, toxic, and they usually want you to ride with whatever they got going on, and it doesn't matter if it's right or not, but the group says it's right. Hey, Ron, how you doing? So when I see these type of people, got now I have my experiences dealing with groups. They're and some of these groups are very hypocritical because they'll tell people not to do one thing and they'll completely do another thing. I remember I was part of this one group that seemed like it'd be cool. And yeah, this group about like not sharing people's information that they had in the Discord, and don't only have this individual play a conversation in a Discord on this particular channel, this particular person's channel. And with that, like this person lost a lot of respect from this person's following. And I even still kind of roll for this person, even after doing that, which I thought was kind of messed up. They did it, that this person did it, but I didn't say, I didn't say nothing. I go along with the group because it's like my first time dealing with the internet groups. Now, yeah, of course, in the real world, it could be just as toxic groups. Probably, maybe maybe not as many. Maybe not as seen as it is on the internet because the internet's more connected. But you know, I rock with this person, and this person ended up turning on me, and I'm just like, wow, come to me acting like I'm the one getting out information there. Now I don't really be, giving out people. I don't give out people information, and then had the nerve to tell them, I had like a certain status in Discord, order to, moderate and whatnot, and I was very good at it. And just take that down and tell me I had to earn it back. Like the nerve of this person, like the fact that I've been not only moderating the Discord chat, moderating the YouTube chat, and even donate to this person like twice a week, during the time. And I mean, I'm doing, even though it ain't a whole lot, but it's like the fact that I'm doing it. I didn't even really have to do it. Like this is like kind of like where I was like really kind of just support, you know, people that like I mean I still try to support, but it was just like I was having it was just too much, too much of that of that going on, like this supporter then had nerve to look at me like I'm the one like a spy or something like that. The whole time the spy was in this person's inner circle. And it wasn't even who they thought it was. So I mean, I just like I said, oh, okay, this because after being come at twice for this, I'm like the second time, I'm like, oh, okay, that's how it is. As I'm thinking, like, okay, that's how it is. I'm just gonna leave. And I left, and and then I think like maybe like a week or so later, I don't know how this person was able to do this, but somehow they were able to add me back to the server, which I had left. And like once I realized, like, oh, because I was curious, like, hold up, this person's server. So I'm pretty sure I left this, and then I clicked on it, and it brought me right back in. And I'm like, nope, I'm going right back out. But that I mean, that's just one. But I mean, I've had like several different encounters, and of course, I've seen sectors where they have people be cool with each other. They be all buddy buddy, and kind of sharing our personal information a little too, a little too early, and then always later on to have people when they don't like you, or use this personal information about you, or giving other people your personal information. Why y'all supposed to be cool? Using this against you. I've heard stuff like that, and I ain't never been no groups where they doing that. But and well, I mean, I guess there was a group where they did that. But the thing about it was, I don't really give out my personal information that easily. So it's like you better know me a while before I start giving out some really, really deep personal information. I just don't give it out to everybody, and I gotta kind of, I kind of gotta know you, kind of gotta, feel you out, like make sure that it's somebody I can trust because I just don't do that. And I mean, I get it, this, you know, being on the internet, I get that like allow people to have more access, more connection with people, so it doesn't it doesn't it doesn't come off. I mean, it seems like you're closer to the person than you actually are. It seems like a lot more time has passed than it actually has. And I know like once I came to the internet thing, I kind of I had dropped my guards, but I didn't, as far as personal information, I never, yeah, that guard didn't drop it off. But as far as the rest of it, I didn't I didn't let I mean as far as that I didn't actually let that happen at all. But as far as the whole thing with just being connected and everything, I know I talked about before, but it was just like learning how to discern again, like what's this and what's that, because like real life, it was like a lot hard for me to it was a lot harder for people like to just come just say anything or do anything towards me. I guess it was probably because I thought like the internet was something different than real life, so that might have been it. But yeah. When I see these toxic groups and whatnot, toxic groups and sectors, I'm just like, man, I'm like, stuff like you wouldn't even expect to have beef. I'm thinking like, why y'all beefing? Like, I think it's like certain groups of people that have issues that they ain't worked out, and they come and bring them to the internet. And I mean, just recently I had like a good friend of mine being attacked by this group because this friend didn't want to do what they wanted to do, want this person to do. So these group of people came after my friend in this case, and now this group is going against each other, and now trying to get back cool with my friend. Go figure. And I'm just kind of laughing at that because it's like you got like groups like that, especially like those type of groups. They real good at betraying each other. They try to be cool with each other and then betraying each other again. It's like this cycle of backstabbing. And I mean I can't be cool with people who just backstab and then just treat it like it's a normal thing and I'm supposed to be cool with y'all after y'all stab me in the back. Like, no, I don't play that. If you if you stab me in the back once, you're not gonna get another chance. I will cut you off. You know, you won't get another chance. You won't get another shot. Like that. I don't play that. But it's just like I see these things, and I'm just not thinking like how can we keep these type of elements out of here because it's just like you see these toxic people come through, and even if you try to get rid of them, it seems like it just makes them stronger or something like that, and especially like with certain platforms like YouTube, like this one, it's really hard to get rid of toxic people unless you just manage to just flag enough accounts where they can't make another account. Otherwise, they'll just come back as troll accounts. Like the only way you could probably deal with them is just like if they come to your channel and just block them. That's pretty much it. So it doesn't even make sense to yeah, it doesn't even make sense like for these people to keep you know doing what they're doing. Oh, hey, Nicole, how you doing? Yeah, it doesn't make sense to keep dealing with these people or only. I mean, it seems like with types of people, just like a place to it's like just like a place where they feel like they're powerful. Okay, that's no problem. I'm probably not gonna be on long anyway. I would do it on OBS, but I just didn't feel like setting it all up. Maybe another time, but yeah, I'm not really planning on being on here that long just to get my thoughts and that's it. But yeah, it just seems like this is just like a place where they feel like they're powerful because in in everyday life, this wouldn't they don't really have any real power. And I mean, I mean, and I don't like when people like try to say like YouTube isn't real world. I mean, yes and no. Yes, it's not what we would consider the real world, but it is a world in a sense because there is like a whole community. You are connected to people. People can actually form real relationships and connections and all that in life. I mean, people even met each other. Real life became friends in real life. In every in the I wouldn't know what to call it. But I guess like say everyday life. And physically. Being able to actually meet each other. Actually talk to each other face to face. Like that's kind of things right there. But and it'd be like certain things, certain sectors, certain groups that like would probably be possibly good, but they haven't been doing a good job at rooting out toxic people. I mean, if it was like certain platforms where you can just get rid of them easily, like it's more available, then I think a lot of spaces would be less toxic. But thing about it is, I think, and this is my opinion, I think some people like the whole thing where people people like this toxicity from people. Like a lot of people like love looking at it. You know, it's like a form of entertainment for some people. So some people don't want like people there's people out there that say like, oh, I don't like the drama and all that and blah blah blah. And when you see them interact, all they get into is drama. That's all they do is get with the drama. And I'm just like, didn't you just say that you didn't like drama? But you're all in it. I mean, I ain't talking about, I'm not pointing out one particular person, but where it may apply to, that's what it applies to. Cause I've seen, I mean, I've seen people that do that. And I'm just like, I said, do you really not like drama? Cause you seem to like, get into it a lot. Cause like somebody don't really like drama will not engage in it, period. And I mean, I'm kind of one of people that like getting into drama, like as far as in it or my everyday life. I just I just don't see the point in it. I mean, I think drama should be best like in a movie or something like that or a TV show. But here on YouTube, it's kind of like TV shows, and people gotta create these fake dramas and beefs. Sometimes those dramas and beefs are scripted. Believe it or not, they follow script. I don't know what the percentages of it. I can't tell you because I don't know. I don't I don't deal with that. Maybe somebody who's more knowledgeable about that may be able to tell you, but I can't. Yeah, it's just. I mean, like I said, it just surprises me. Like that. It don't have to be on YouTube. It can just in there, period. And especially in the comment section when people want to come and make nasty comments, whatever, and then you clap back at them and you really go in on them. They're like, why are you getting so serious? It's just YouTube, it's just the internet or whatever the case is. I'm like, well, if that's the case, then you shouldn't be upset. I was okay with you to say something. I was supposed to just let you say whatever you want to, but when it came to me, I ain't supposed to say nothing. I think I did that one time. That was like a long time ago. For I even actually did YouTube when I was just watching channels, whatever. I think I was in one chat and I think I said like that XX guy that died. Like I think I said like his music was trash, something like that. And then everybody came out the woodworks trying to come at me, whatever. And I didn't back down my position. I went hard on him. That's like what I'm saying. See, this is YouTube. You ain't taking so serious. Man, chill. Yeah. I'm like, no, y'all wanted to come for me. I just made my opinion. I wasn't making it for y'all to comment back. Y'all wanted to smoke. But I mean, like I said, that was like a long time ago though. But it was just like the fact that people got so in their feelings about that. I was like, that's just my opinion. But that's how a lot of stuff do. And then you got certain groups that tell people to go flag somebody's stuff. I mean, even if it's not worth flagging, but just the fact that you would just like you have an audience, tell your audience to go flag somebody. I mean, I can see it like in certain cases or whatever, but most of these cases, like you don't need to tell your audience go flag them because it's like you. I mean, you're pretty much just pointing people at a certain person, but I mean, but the fact is, if you're willing to listen to something that hang with every word a person says and do whatever, yeah, I mean that's more the problem the person than the actual content creator. But then again, most people like to follow anyway, so I can't really. I mean that's just how it is. Like anybody, if you look at anything, you see how quick people will follow anything if like the voice that's supposed to tell them what they need to do, the voice that's telling them what they need to do actually tells them you need, this is what's popular. This is what you need to be scared of. This is what you need to be happy about. This is what you need to be sad about. Or whatever feeling they tell you you're supposed to have, you have it. That's just most people just gonna gravitate towards that. Hey, Robbie Freeman, glad to see you coming through. I was actually planning on doing this early, but I was on another channel, having a good chat. Okay, yeah, it probably won't be too long. I'm probably gonna be getting off here in a little bit, just giving up my thoughts. But I appreciate you coming through, and I appreciate that. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, they're just really showing you like how the hive mind as a whole, like just spars on this planet, like how people really are. Just take the past year. How people were easily led to fear, and now because of the thing that they took, hit that jab, hit that jab on 'em. You know, I mean, if people read the actual magazine, you'll see like it's not as good as people thought it was, and how easy it was to make people quit, make people stay at home and do whatever they're told. Like I think like just like the first thing they said, hey, you need to go buy everything. You don't know what's gonna happen. Buy everything. Buy. People bought up everything. People bought all the toilet paper. I don't know why they need all that toilet paper, but they bought it. Beats me, but they bought up all the toilet paper. Oh my goodness, they bought all the toilet paper, like buying up all the water. Like it was like hard anything there. And when I first like, had noticed it, I remember I was going to the store. I was just getting a little quick little thing. And I'm seeing how people have all these baskets full of food and stuff like that. They're like, why is that many people here? They said it's never that crowded on a Thursday. Well, where I'm at, like it's like Walmart's never usually that crowded. Like on Thursday, usually like maybe like around Friday, I mean Saturday and Sunday, maybe Friday night, usually pretty crowded. And that was when they were told to go and buy as much as they could. And it's like it's a zombie apocalypse or something. And it's like the way they worded it, it made it sound like it was gonna be the end of the world. Kid you not. It made it sound like that's what they made it sound like. And and I mean just like they said, like that to the internet, whatever somebody says trending, people are gonna follow it. That's just what it is. That's why I like hashtag it hive mind because that's what it is. It's the hive mind. Oh yeah, another good example of this hive mind is the Bay Hive, or I call them the Beehive because that's what they act like, bees in a hive. And you say anything about the queen bee, them bees are coming to attack you. And by the queen bee, I mean Beyonce. You say anything bad about Beyonce, you have like a whole bunch of fans ready to attack you, ready to embarrass you on the internet. And it'd be funny, like it'd be like I always like one dude that want to say something about it. And when this dude says something about it, we'll be like, oh, you want to say something about a queen bee? Let's look at you. And they looked at him, looked at this particular dude. They went to the internet to roast him. And think about this, it's like I say people should be able to have opinions on whatever. Like, I mean, I don't think everybody's gonna think Beyonce's attractive. I mean, just like anybody, everybody's not gonna find the same person attractive. No matter if you consider the most beautiful woman or sexiest woman on the planet, there's gonna be somebody that's not gonna find you attractive. It's not somebody in that particular group that's supposed to find you attractive, not gonna find you attractive. If you're the prettiest, most sexual woman in the world, that's gonna be some straight guy out there who's not gonna like you. It just is what it is. It ain't got nothing to do with you. It just got to do with its preferences. Everybody got different preferences and what they want in a mate. That's. But the thing about it is a lot of people don't respect that. And and like I said, this hive mind, like you can't even really. It's really hard to have different opinions without having everybody come down on you for having that different opinion. And even with opinions, some people will make opinions facts. Opinion is not a fact; it's what you think. But this is the common thing about it. This is like what the hive mind has put out there as far as that. So it's just like it's like a whole psychology behind it. I mean, I'm sure there's like a whole bunch of books on it. Explain this deeper than I can. I'm not a psychologist, ain't no psychiatrist. I don't know a lot about it. I'm speaking of what I see. So it's just there's a lot. There's a lot. It's a lot of just follow the leader. There's a lot of following the leader going on right here. So and there's nothing wrong with following the leader, but it's the thing I have a problem with is blindly following a leader. Shouldn't be able to blindly follow anybody. If you're gonna follow somebody, there should be a reason why you're doing it. Should be a reason why you're doing it. If that person isn't following in the reason why you're doing it, you should just back away. It's that simple. There is there shouldn't be no reason why you blindly following somebody. Hey, Zio, how you doing, brother? Yeah, so like when you seeing like certain people just following somebody that following somebody blindly, like I'm just kind of like, what are you doing? Like this person will lead you to fall down a hole, and then after you fall and you delete yourself, now you upset. Like it's kind of too late for that at that point. But I mean, that's kind of like a more extreme example. But people have been had their lives ruined by following the wrong person, or just getting behind something that you knew nothing about. But the thing about it is, you chose to follow this person. People get their lives ruined following the wrong person or following the wrong thing, and by the time sometimes it's too late. Now there's certain cases where you you can come back from it, but it depends on the situation, though. So yeah, I mean, and I guess just to kind of wrap it up is to just say that don't don't follow the herd. If you don't, because usually following the herd, if you're following what everybody else is doing, it's probably the wrong thing. But that don't mean it's always the wrong thing. There's cases where following the herd is actually the right thing to do. Certain situations, not always. There's times like where breaking from the herd is a bad thing, but not always. You have to be able to use your discernment. If you don't have it, you need to start learning it, from experiences, you know, what that little voice in your head is telling you. The little voice in your head, that little voice in your head knows a lot, knows more than you do. So listen to it. It's telling you don't go there and don't go there. You don't know why. You'll find out sooner. You'll find out a little later. Believe me, you will find out why you didn't. Because like once you find out, it all comes together. So, oh, that's why that little voice told me not to go there. Yeah, folks. Yeah, just use your natural discernment and just stay out of these toxic spaces. I think there's a coming a time like where there will be, you know, positive spaces and toxic people won't be able to come in. I don't know how long that will be, but I think it's soon coming. But I think, if we're going to do as far as the internet, I think there has to be tools in place where we can stop that. Where there has to be tools where we can stop it and prevent it. All right, no nonsense. Thank you for coming through. And like I say, just take it, stopping it, preventing it, and creating the space needed, where, no one can, where it's not toxic and it's not just some one person or group of people taking advantage of other people, of the majority. So I guess I'll end it on that. So shout outs and then I'm gonna end it before I end it. Make sure to check out, and I know nobody will look at the description box, but take a look at the description box, or take a look at the description box. Take a look at the about section, my social medias, and all other links there. So here's some shout outs, and then I'm gonna end this. And oh yeah, tomorrow I have a stepping video coming up. I have a premiere coming up, stepping video. So try to check that out. It's at 12 p.m. Central Time. So hope to see y'all there. So shout outs, no nonsense. Shout out to no nonsense. Shout out to Von D. Shout out to Nicole, aka Misunderstood. Shout out to Raw Be Privilege. And shout out to C Over Technician. So yeah, I appreciate all y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Like I said, it wasn't gonna be too long, but I think this should be long enough people to check it out and still go about their day. Because usually I have somebody come. Yeah, sometimes I have somebody come talk on here, but I just wanted to just say my piece and be done with it. So thank y'all for that. And wholeness and vibration, people. And I'll see you later. Have a great night or day, depending on where you're at.